Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to day 13 of albums that are 50 years old in 2025. That's right, it's the brand new year. And at the beginning of every year, we go back 50 years to albums celebrating 50th birthdays and anniversaries in this brand new year. The year we're looking at happens to be 1975. That's right. A great year for music. We've got 31 days in the month. 31 of our favorites from 1975 amongst hundreds of great albums, right? Today is the fifth album from this Irish band, released September 12th, 1975, recorded at Olympic Studios in London, England, produced by Phil Lynott for Vertigo Records. I'm talking about Fightin'. That's right, the great Fightin' album. It's a little nod to Simon Bray there, if he's watching. That one's for you, Simon. Yeah, this is... for me, while Nightlife saw the introduction of this lineup and the Thin Lizzy sound starting to take place, it's really with this album where everything falls into place. For Phil Lynott on lead vocals, bass guitar, Scott Gorham and Brian Robertson on lead and rhythm guitars, Brian Downey on drums and percussion. You got some guest musicians on this album. Roger Chapman from Family does a little backing vocals on Rosalie. And Ian McLagan from The Faces does a little piano on Rosalie and Silver Dollar. So, again, first album really with the full-fledged hard rock sound of Thin Lizzy coming to the forefront with the twin harmony leads. Again, we saw it on Nightlife a little bit. But I think this album's much, much more consistent with the sound of Thin Lizzy as we would come to know and love on all the subsequent great albums, right? Because, of course, you've got Johnny the Fox and Jailbreak and Bad Reputation and Black Rose and all these great albums to follow, right? So, to me, Fighting is really that first of those, that run of albums for Thin Lizzy that's just, pretty damn outstanding. And, again, starts off with a cover of all things, right? Cover of Rosalie, the Bob Seger song. I think this version is way better than the Bob Seger version. To me, this is like one of those, blinded by the light situations, right, from Man from Man's Earth Band, who covered a song by Bruce Springsteen and made it the definitive version of the song. I think that's the same case here. I think Rosalie is a terrific cover. I think they do it great. It's even better on the live album, Live and Dangerous. Great stuff. For Those Who Love to Live is up next, good upbeat song. Love those twin guitar harmonies, so good. Then you got the great rocker Suicide. So good, man. The riffs are so killer. To me, Robertson and Gorham, one of the best guitar duos of all time. You got the great melodic Wild One, right? Phil just telling great stories, great vocal harmonies. Kind of the title track, Fighting My Way Back, right? They should just call it Fighting My Way Back. Fighting. So good. So much fun. Over on side 2, you got the great King's Vengeance. Killer song. Spirit Slips Away. I love the haunting Spirit Slips Away. Just absolutely love it. That just cavernous riff. And it's just this kind of moody mid-pace thing. Love it. Silver Dollar. Very cool song written by Ryan Robertson, actually. Very cool. Freedom Song, again, just so anthemic, so melodic. And then Ballad of a Hard Man finishes off. And, when you really look at it, the whole band were really taking part in writing these songs. Right? This was very much a band effort here, even though, the majority of the lyrics are written by Phil. You got, Scott and Brian and... both Brian's actually helping out write all these songs, which is really, really cool. So, yeah, let's take a look at charts. In Sweden, this made it to number 49 on Swedish charts. And on the UK charts, made it to number 60. Did not chart here in the States or anywhere else. We're not quite there yet with Thin Lizzy here in the States. And no certifications for this either. But we do have, let's see. Rosalie was released as a single with the non-album track Half Cast on the B-side. So, yeah. And interestingly enough, Suicide was an earlier song that was kind of messed around with back in the Eric Bell days on this particular album. But yeah, good stuff. Great album. I generally regard this in the upper echelon. There have been times where I've called Fightin' my favorite Thin Lizzy album. It generally goes back and forth. It's hard with Thin Lizzy because they've got a lot of albums that kind of vie for that number one spot. I generally, in recent years, I've gone to Jailbreak because it's just such a perfect album. But Johnny the Fox is high up there. This is high up there. There's sometimes I'm thinking Bad Reputation might be my favorite album from them. Black Rose sometimes creeps into the conversation. Thunder and Lightning, right? But yeah, Fightin' is great. Really like it a lot. So that is my pick for today. Day number 13, Monday the 13th. Let us know what you think of Fightin' down in the comments below, as well as your pick for today. And we'll see you tomorrow for another one, right? What do we got coming up this week here on the channel? We've got Hudson Valley Squares, first episode of 2025. Not Hudson Valley Squares, In the Prog Seat. Hudson Valley Squares was last week. In the Prog Seat coming up at you tomorrow evening on Tuesday. We've also got the Monsters Den this week, so stay tuned for that. Both are going to be shows kind of getting caught up on finishing up the holidays and the last vestiges of the year into the new year. So on the in the Prog Seat show, we're going to be talking about some cool things that we listened to over the holiday break. Right, so stuff that we've come in contact with doesn't have to be brand new releases. Could be reissues or something old that we picked up, something that really struck us. A couple albums that really struck us that we've checked out and we're enjoying over the holiday break. And on a similar note, on the Monsters Den, we're going to be talking about some cool films we have watched over the holiday break because you have off from work and celebrating, hanging out, spending some time with family, or just watching TV and stuff. So maybe some shows, some films that we have checked out over the holiday break. That's we're going to be doing this week on In the Prog Seat and the Monsters Den. So stay tuned for all of that. New album reviews should be coming at you all week long, so stay tuned for those as well. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options. All down below. Thank you so much for those who do contribute. It's greatly appreciated. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff. Also, another cool show that will be debuting tonight. Jamie Laszlo did a kind of trip to a local record store near him in Ohio, and he filmed the entire experience. So we're going to be going on a journey with Jamie at his favorite record store. What was in stock? What did he buy? Meet the folks who work there, all that sort of thing. So that's coming up tonight as well, so don't miss that. And more stuff happening all week long. Got Friday morning, the Funhouse also happening this week. We got the Professor's Picks. We've got the Review Crew, and we've got Ranking the Albums all happening this week. So stay tuned for all of it. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.